I don't understand this at all. And I understand networks, understand clubs, understand rights fees. I don't understand this. MLB lost a TV partner over the weekend. ESPN announcing this is the final year they will televise Major League Baseball. Rob Manfred was really beside himself. ESPN asked for a reduction in their rights fees. They pay $550 million per season to have a big package. They wanted it reduced. Manfred said, no, the deal is the deal that you signed. By the way, ESPN asked for the reduction a year after they reduced the number of games they were telecasting. The original contract said they could do 90 or they could determine how many we're going to do. They took it down to 30 last year. 30. And they did away with their popular Baseball Tonight show. So I don't understand ESPN when you got MLB baseball attendance is at all-time high, record revenues, record TV ratings, and ESPN is degrading the product and then asking, can I get it at a discount? Manfred said no. Now, ESPN, I was told, is really upset that Manfred went to some of the new streaming people out there on the street corner and did the deal with Apple TV at a very reduced price, did a second deal with Roku. That's baseball just extracting an odd game and giving Apple TV a Friday night game of the week. It's not a marquee game, it's a game. But ESPN was upset that these other partners came in at $85 million when they're paying $550 million. But they have the rights to 90 games.
Yeah, well, they gave up 60 of those 90, and now they're upset that someone else got a game?
Here's the other thing I don't understand. So ESPN has dove headfirst into the pool of water with all things college bowl games and college playoffs. But now, because of the playoffs, that's become a separate bidding entity. And there's no guarantee you're going to get that. And they're dumping all this money and revenue and programming into the NBA. The NBA whose quality of play is deteriorated. The NBA whose players are acting like punks. The NBA whose TV ratings are cratering. The NBA whose style of play has kind of become unwatchable. So I don't understand ESPN walking away from baseball, degrading the product they paid for, dumping all this money into college football where the bowl games are now no longer equal in terms of interest to what the playoff games have become, and then dumping all this money into the NBA so Stephen Smith can rant and rave every day about pro basketball that people are no longer watching. I just don't understand the mindset of ESPN. Now, that being said, Rob Manfred's got a massive problem on his hands because that's $550 million, which is cut up in pie, going away from all these other teams. Yeah. And all these other teams are already suffering because of the regional sports network thing. So Manfred's got his hands full dealing with that anger from ESPN, but dealing with how am I going to create a new pie that's got great TV value when I'm losing all these partners, the bankruptcy of the regional sports networks, the cut and pay there, and now what ESPN just did. So, John, you're a smart guy. You're a baseball fan. Your reaction to what ESPN did?
I saw that news and I kept thinking, God, I mean, if you are committing $765 million to Juan Soto, you know, you're counting on these TV contracts to pay for it. Now, granted, the Mets have their own package, but looking around the league, there's still big contracts that are going out. So I don't know how they're going to survive that. That's a shocker to me. But as far as the ESPN kind of putting, you know, they want to talk NFL football 365 days a year. Clearly, NBA is getting great ratings, but I always go back to this one comment that Colin Cowherd said, that baseball is not really a national sport the way that the NFL is. You know, it's more of a regional sport, and that seems to resonate with me because I watch near every Padre game. But if the national game of the week was on ESPN and it was the Atlanta Braves against the Washington Nationals, I probably wouldn't watch it, you know, but if it was the Commanders against the Falcons, I probably would. Is that weird?
So, well, NFL obviously is viewed very differently than all these other sports are, and baseball is off here. It's a tough blow for Manfred. He's got his hands full. Huge. You're a baseball fan. You want to comment on the Padres, the Angels, the Dodgers? You want to talk about ESPN and TV? Your thoughts. Invited fans forum chat box is open. Have an opinion, please. We go from all